Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and we're designertechtips.com. We got a fun one for you today. We're going to show you how to add a Contact Us button to your header. So we've got a logo, menu, and then a Contact Us button. Really nice way of getting people to get in touch with you, and it makes it stand out rather than just having it as another menu item there. Really easy to do. Let's take you through it. Okay, so here we have our site with the old regular menu that we had up there. And we're going to turn this header from something like this to something like this that's got a contact button in it. My little button's actually linking to a contact form just down here. Really easy to do. So let's get started. To do this today, we need to go down to our dashboard. We need to go down to Divi, and then to the theme builder. And I've made a global header, and we've done this in previous videos. It's really easy. I'm going to delete that. We'll start from scratch. Let's save our changes here. And just to make sure it's saved, I'll refresh this page. That button should disappear. And we're back to a regular Divi default menu there with a logo and our menu on the right hand side there. So let's go back to our theme builder page. I'm going to add a global header. I'm going to build a global header. Now, using custom global headers is a fantastic way of making your site stand out against other Divi sites, because we're not using the default menu and header layout. You can go to town, you can make mega menus, you can do whatever you want. If you're not sure about it, have a look at our Divi for Beginners playlist down below, and we go through it in a lot more detail in that. But this today, we're going to add a simple Contact Us button to our header. We're going to almost replicate the default header, and we're going to have it clickable on any page. It's going to take us down to a little contact form, which is on a particular page. Now, you can link these things to anywhere on the web you want. If you've got a contact page itself, you can just link to that. But like I say, we're using a CSS ID to link to ours and drop down so the form comes up in plain sight. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'll take you through it in a little while. Let's get back to the build. I'm going to keep this very simple. I'm going to pretty much emulate the header that we've got here, but I'm just going to add a little button over here. It'll link to a Contact Us page or a Contact Us form, wherever you want to link yours to. So if we go back to the theme builder, I've got two instances open. Let's just close one of those down. By default, it puts in a section, the blue tab there. I'm going to pop in a row. My row, I only want a couple of little sections in, one for the menu there and one for the button on the right. So I'm going to use this one. Quite a lot of space for the menu and a little less for the button there. I'm going to roll down. We're going to throw in a menu module. Move this out of the way so you can see. Okay, choose whatever menu you want, and you've obviously got to have some menus built and saved. And to do that, dashboard, appearance, and menus. If you're not sure how, have a look at our Divi for Beginners playlist. We go over it in there. I'm going to select the top menu. That works perfectly for me. And with the menu module, we can add a logo too. So I'm going to hit the add image, scroll down to where my logo is. Ooh, got to load a few more. There it is. Great. And just down below there, we've got elements. I'm not using WooCommerce, so we've got no shopping cart icon, but if you had one, you could decide to show it or not here. And I'm happy not to show a search icon as well. I just want it pretty plain and simple, logo and menu there. Obviously, we're not going to need a link here because we've got our menu links and what have you. If you wanted to change the background color, you could do so right here. And that's just for the actual menu itself, just for this module. But I'm going to leave everything just as it is. Now my logo is way too big there. So I'm going to go over to our design tab here. If we go down to sizing, first one at the top, there's logo width. They've got it set to auto. I'm going to make mine perhaps 200 pixels, 200 px. That looks a little bit more like it for me. And the menu text itself, if we roll up a little bit, got it right here. I'm going to leave it the default color there. You can choose any font you want. Divi's got a crazy amount of fonts here. To audition one, just roll over it. Choose what you will. I'm going to leave mine on the default, as I said. I will pop it into the middle though. Great. How easy was that? We've almost got it here. But I do want to add a button. So in my other little column over here, I'm going to add a button module. That's great. We can put a link into wherever it is you want your contact form to be. If you've got a contact page, put your link into your contact page there. I had a little contact form down at the bottom of the page that it was on here, which was this. Now, if you've got more than one page, you're going to want to put in the whole URL, so that way if they're on a different page, they can get back to this one. So I'm going to copy the page URL to this site here. And I've got a CSS ID of contact on this form here, and I'll show you that in a moment. So for my button, I'm going to put that whole page URL in there. Then I've got a CSS ID of contact for my contact form. All CSS IDs have a hashtag in front of them and then the word contact. Great. So if they're on a different page and they click on this, it'll still go back to that page and then down to the contact form, which is just what I want. And I do want to open it in the same window. Okay, well, let's make this button a little bit more interesting. A little too large there. I think I'm going to use the color from my logo there, which I used before. So I've gone into Design, Button, use Custom Styles for Button. I'm going to turn the text white in color. It'll disappear into that background. Now the button background, I want to make my blue color that I've got over here in the logo. I've got a little free Chrome color picker here. I roll over. Fantastic. I'm going to copy the hex code there. I'm going to hit Add Background Color. I'm going to paste it in there. There it is. Fantastic. Okay, button border. I really don't want a border on there at all, so I'm going to take that one away. Border radius is fine at 3 pixels. The font itself is a bit too large for me. So let's roll up a little bit here. Button text size. I'm going to take mine down, I think 14 pixels. That's what I used before. Obviously, you put yours how you wish. And if you want to, you can have it change color on hover, which is always a nice effect. Let's just have it change to this default blue on hover. To do that, and this is common to all Divi modules, if you roll up over the dark writing within a module, to roll over the thing we want to affect, in my case, the button background here, if we've got an arrow there, we can have 2 separate values. Desktops, when the mouse is not on it, we want it the color that it is now. And if we click on the hover, so obviously when the mouse is on it, I'm going to change it to the default blue there, which is a bit lighter. That'll work for me. Let's pop it back on desktop. Great. Well, we kind of want to push it down in line with the rest of our menu here. So still in design, we can close up the button. Down below, we've got spacing. And we want to use margin for this. If I use padding, it'll make the button itself deeper. If I put 30 pixels in there, it'll show you. It's not what I want. I want to actually push the button down. So we've got to use margin today. Let's delete that. And I'm going to push it down. But by the way, I think 22 pixels is what I used last time. That seems to have got it fairly well in line there. And when it reduces down to tablet and mobile, I want it to be in the middle of the column that it's in. So to make sure of that, right out at the top, we've got alignment here. I can hit align middle there. Fantastic. But this, of course, is way too big for a header. I want mine to actually say contact us as well. So back in the content, let's say contact us. Obviously, put in whatever you want to say with yours. Great. Well, let's fix the size of this now. I'm going to click on here. We're going to go into the section, the blue tab here. I'm going to take any padding away, top and bottom. So over in design and spacing, padding, I'm going to put a 0 in there for the top. I'm going to hit the chain, do the same for the bottom. Just so you can see what's going on, let's give this section a bit of a background color. Always find background under content. Give it a crazy orange or some color like that, just so you can see how deep it is. I really don't want it that deep at all. So we've taken away any spacing top and bottom on the section. So anything that is left over is actually on the row itself. So if we save this, we'll go into the row. Now I don't want to take it all away, I don't think. So still, again, in design and go down to spacing. Try giving it 5 pixels top and bottom. Till it's about the height that you want it. That looks about right to me, actually. And we'll save this. And obviously going to take that color away from the background there. I just wanted to have that in there for reference, so you could see how tall it was. Fantastic. Well, I'm happy with that there. Let's save our changes. Hit the little purple button down the bottom here. Save. And we'll X out. And we've got our global header now. We want to make sure all changes are saved on this page also. Now if I go back to this page, go back up to the top and refresh, we should have our new header here. And as this is a global header, it's going to appear on all pages. Let's refresh. Here we go. We've got our little contact us button there. Changing color when we hover over it. When I click on it, it's going to take us down to our contact form. And what I was saying earlier about putting the whole URL in if you're using a CSS ID, if we go to this page here and refresh now, it should replace that with our new header also. If we click on the contact us here, it'll take us straight to that contact form also, because we put the whole URL in there. Now, for anybody that didn't understand what I'd done there, let's quickly go over CSS IDs for you, and we're done. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. And to link to any section, any row, or any module, you can give it a CSS ID. And what I did, we've got this contact form section here. I went in there. And this is the same for rows and modules. If you go over to the advanced, that's where you'll find CSS IDs in classes. And I gave it that name of contact. So we can navigate to this page with the page URL. And on the end, you just need to put hashtag and the CSS ID. And that's exactly what I did for that button. Let's save everything here and exit the Visual Builder. And when I click on the contact us, it's just going to roll down there. And as you've seen, if you're on a different page, it'll take you to this page and then roll down too. So there you go. That's working just as I hoped. So there we have it. There's how to add a little contact us button to your header. Really easy to do, as you can see. We just created a very simple global header. It took about 5-10 minutes. Didn't take any time at all. And as I mentioned earlier, global headers and custom headers that you can apply to any page are a great feature of the theme builder. And do have a look at our Divi for Beginners playlist if you're not sure what's going on. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please ring the bell, give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please comment, because it's always fantastic to hear from you. I read those comments down below. That's my first thing in the morning I do that. And it usually gives me ideas to make new videos that perhaps are going to help you later on. If you have enjoyed this today and want to learn more about Divi, have a look at our Divi for Beginners playlist. It should pop up over here any minute now. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.